We're going to get a break of new highs. But we're going to test 145. Morning, Mike. Morning, CC. Morning, Stone Cold. Oh well, didn't breaking out quick enough, so I'm just going to cut it right there. That was Creative Medical. Let's have a look at what else is moving. Hubert. The quantum computing stock received a subcontract award to support NASA. Just dropped the last couple of minutes. So let's see. Afternoon, Alberto. $2.5 key level. That popped up, broke a new high, and quickly retraced. So we'll hopefully get a fill of that wick. Break of highs. There's 60 on the ass there. There we go. New highs. There we go. Doing some of that. This is the small account, by the way. Hey Michael, Alberto, good morning to you, or good afternoon to you rather. Okay, let it pull back, look for another entry. So the reason for this move, I'll put it in the chat. Hubert. Not a stock pick, I'm just letting you know why I'm trading it, why it's moving. While that's consolidating, I can get the channel up and running properly. Into the view up. Okay, there we go. We're all up and running, I think. How are you guys? Let me know. So we've Man United moving up this morning on rumours of a Qatari bid. So let's see. Retest those highs. Current high of day 67. Looking for a retest of highs. I don't like this tune, it's annoying. Work out which one this one is and get rid of it off the playlist. We test the $0.75. Just take a little bit off there. There we go, we're leaving 1,000 shares in there. Do you know what? There probably is double T. I'll have to do a bit of which AI ETF there is. I'd have to do a bit of research to find out what it's called, but there probably is. There's an ETF for most things, so. Hubert, top performer right there, above $2. Currently up 33% on the day. Quantum computing, I'm calling it Qubit as a nod back to the old, was it Nintendo? Qubit was in. Breaks the VWAP, we're right. Yeah, we're right. Volatile. And it's got 13-cent range so for a $2 stock. That's quite a lot. It is volatile. It's just brought new lows there. So the swing low here was what's that? 251, and it's just gone down to 245. So breaking lows. Now has to break new highs for me to get interested. Up over the kind of $3.25 level. Otherwise, you're just risking that head and shoulders pattern fulfilling. So, how you doing, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Hope you're all having a good day so far. We just made 50 bucks on the small account. We've not traded on the main account yet, but we'll see what happens. We'll come back to that later. Okay, so KPRX from yesterday, there's no volume. AMC, just barcoding at the moment. Hey Tamimi, good to see you. Eve, good morning. Good afternoon, good evening, whichever. Let me know what is it you want to see. Let's have a look at the markets, shall we? No, I don't use market orders, Ukulele. I use limit orders. So the problem with using market orders is if you try and sell on sell a market at the market price, a market order in pre-market, it just won't execute. You have to set limit orders. So depending on whether I'm selling with my hotkeys or my hot buttons, I might be selling on the ask or on the bid. Yeah, a massive pullback on Cuba. So somebody always wants me to look at BTB. They always come in and they say, BTB, talk about BTB. Same as Mullen Automotive. BTB hit the scanners because of this little pop-up here. You get the algo trades here at 8 o'clock, but then it's got this little pop-up to 216. And it's down back, kind of hovering around the VWAP now. So that's Bit Brother, BTB. Let's see what the market's got in store for us today, guys. So let's go back to the market. Here we are. Look at it on the 15. Oh, a strange old day yesterday. So it rallied, sold off, rallied again. It pretty much finished almost even on the day. So go figure. It had a nice little rally into the close. Question is, plus or minus day today, red or green? Will the markets let me know in the comments what you think the markets are going to do today, guys? Bearish day. Just looking at that chart, it looks to me quite bullish. So I'm going for a rally. You let me know what you're going for. Markets up or down? Will it finish green or red today? So 415, just over 415. About 415. 10 or 415.20, I think it was that it finished yesterday. 415.19, 415.20. So will it get 415 and a half? Yeah, Adam, I've had days like that when I've had weeks like that. So I've had two consecutive red days, which is it's the first time I've had two consecutive red days for a long time. But for all you Star Wars lovers out there, Hoth, the ice world of Hoth, making a little bit of a move up. That was a big pull up, but a massive pullback too. So difficult. 58 cents average range now as a result of that. Spreads are quite tasty, anywhere from a cent to 20 cents. Yeah, I think you know, double T, you're not far off that. That's the best way to do it, Brandon. Be slow, take it easy. Just base hits. What I'm doing is I'm bringing up the chart. As soon as I see something with a bit of momentum, I'm bringing up the chart, have a look at it, and then if it looks interesting, I'll take a look to see if there's a catalyst. If there's a catalyst, then maybe we'll try it. Otherwise, and again, just to put that into context of what I'm actually saying there is you should have a checklist. It doesn't have to be a written down checklist, although if you're a new trader, I would advise you have a written down checklist. You need to have a checklist before you take a trade. And if your trade satisfies that checklist, make sure that you go through the whole checklist before you just jump in. It needs to satisfy that checklist. If it doesn't satisfy that checklist, then you don't take the trade. Now we're getting another move back up, and if this breaks $6 again, it could be interesting. All right, let's have a look. Hoff Therapeutics announced increased results of its Alzheimer's therapeutic drug and shows cognitive improvements in Alzheimer's disease mouse model, and results show reduced anxiety and improved performance. Well, if you're treating Alzheimer's in mice, I thought the idea was to treat in humans, though. What big impact does a forgetful mouse have on the world? I mean, come on. Yeah, Uber should be moving up based on Lyft having bad results. This is Uber. It's up at 37.40. 7% up on the day. It's good earnings today. 49% revenue growth in Q4, and it shows no sign of slowdown. So it's committed to 800 million. So yeah, Uber good earnings this morning. One to watch across the day. I think what you'll see is a steady gain from Uber across the day today. But let's go back to Hoff. Thanks for that, Ace. Appreciate that. Let's put this in the chat so you know why I'm looking at Hoff. And you're absolutely right, Brandon. Take your time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Get green, stay green. Get to goal and get out. I say that every single day. I don't necessarily do that every single day, but I say that every single day, and that should not just be my mantra. If you're a trader, that should be your mantra too. So Hoff consolidating over $6. Hoff could be of interest. I'll keep an eye on that one. I'll put it on this list instead of KPRX. Big Bear AI moving up. Uber currently at 37.60 after good earnings today. Thing is with HOF, it's already approaching its average daily volume, so this is going to be a high relative volume day for it. 28% up, so 27% up on the day. But you wait for the right entry. It was a nice pullback, had a little bit of a bounce, but it's underneath the VWAP, so just wait. Genius Group making some moves. Let's have a look at Genius. That over the last couple of weeks, that's been good to us. No, had the little spike up and then, so probably not worth looking at for a trade. I see you, not enough volume. Back to HOF. HOF, the momentum stock of the moment. Okay, guys, have I got any clip biscuits left? Yes, I do. Oh, we've got a little over half an hour to 35 minutes to the open. I'll make myself a cup of tea. Get yourself a cup of tea yourself if you want. Coffee. Treat yourselves, guys. Get yourself a cup of coffee or a cup of tea while you're waiting for something to present itself as a nice opportunity. Let's have a look. How's the old Bitcoin getting on? Shall we have a look? Pull this chart up here from the old Benzinger. It's a SPY, so we want Bitcoin, USD. Make that a bit smaller so we can all see what's going on. Okay, so Bitcoin. Yeah, 23,000. 23,100, and it's back over 23. It's had a nice little moment since the new year through the whole crypto space. Let's look at it on the 5 minute. Let's have a look at how it's performing, up or down. I think it's probably going to be down. There you go. Yeah, it's downwards trending, but it's still over 23. So it did get up quite substantially. What did it spike up to? 23, almost 23,500 there. That was yesterday evening. The Bitcoin, it's up, but it's downwards trending since that little spike. So let's get rid of that. Okay, let's go back to the markets. SPY not really doing much. Downwards trending, but only marginally. But it's not, I would say, not a huge amount that's moving right now. We'll just be patient. I'm glad I've stopped streaming from 8 AM because when there's nothing moving, there's nothing moving. What do you think, guys? What's the stock of the day to watch? What should we be keeping an eye on? What are you watching? Have you traded pre-market already? And if so, how have you got on? Okay. Z who's steady, I think. Keep an eye on that one. Need something that's moving right now, so not particularly interested in things that have already spiked up and are now selling off. We're really looking for stocks that have momentum right now. I'm looking at the stocks that have gapped up. If we look at some of these right now, we've been looking at Hoff, which is the top mover at the moment. Testing $6 again here. This is the top gapper at the moment, above $2. Then we've got EVAX. EVAX just sold off, had this peak up here, kind of 267. Sold off now. Stair stepping down, so looks to be done for now at least. And we've got Dow. So this is the company is Dow. There's no volume, so this spiked up and it's just been sideways underneath the VWAP since it did that this first thing this morning. Spike gapped up. And we've got New Relic. New Relic, no volume, gapped up, but no volume. So it's 17% up, but nobody's trading it. So go figure, it's like 48,000 shares. Go figure, nobody trading it. It's like a tenth of what it normally trades. Fortinet. So again, Fortinet's like 12.5% up on the day, but no real volume. It's intermittent on the volume and very choppy, so not a lot worth looking at right now. Certainly not much worth trading, but let's see what Hoff does. Needs. So I don't do it that way, Stone Cold. So what I'll do is I'll set a price. If I'm using the montage, I'll set the price for a limit order that it doesn't go below. So then I'll buy, and I've got the limit or above. I'll buy below that, so it gives me the best fill above that. However, that's just kind of the buy and sell. If I'm setting a limit order, I might say buy the bid +5 or -5, or sell the bid +5 or so basically it depends whether I'm using my hotkeys or my hot buttons. So I don't have a join the ask or join the bid button depending on your platform. I have a buy and sell button, and I have hotkeys that get me in and out plus or minus 5 cents. you're probably using Think or Swim, right? That has the buttons that, yeah, limit orders to hit the ask, absolutely. So if I'm buying, I might buy the ask plus 5 cents. So if it's moving up, I'm buying it, but I'll pay up to 5 cents more than what the ask is, depending on what than the fill. So when you hit the join the bid and sell the ask, essentially you're just sending a market order on Thinkorswim, or a marketable order. Nice one, get him. Glad to hear that. I mean, just think about the pullback here. Pulled back to $5, it went up to over $6, so there's a whole dollar range move there that you could have taken advantage of. Now sell. So this is Creative Medical Technologies. Sells. And this was the best move up. Then there was a good secondary move. And consolidating since then. So particularly these small price stocks, you really want to get a good volatile, consistent, sustained move up. Dangerous to get in here. You're not going to get a lot until we start seeing consecutive higher highs. I'll get him. If you've hit your goal, lock it up. Just to enjoy the show. Get green, stay green, get to go and get out. Stephen, good question. What do I use to find stocks that are just starting to make those gains? So you see these scanners in the middle of the screen. This is Benzinga. These are two of the scanners that I've got. And Benzinga is, I've got currently five different scanners in front of me on the same page. Plus I've got the details tab open as well. But that tells me what. So I've got a real-time scanner which is ranking momentum stocks in real time. I've got a 15-minute scanner which is probably the most important one for me. It's my momentum scanner. I've got a high of day scanner. So since the close of price, yes, it's closing. Since the close of market yesterday, which stocks have performed the best since then? I've got signals and alerts scanner, so that tells me price spikes. It tells me volatility halt and resumptions when the market opens. It tells me day high series. So what it means is like it breaks a high of day, then it makes another high of day, and then so at least 3 highs of day in a row, and that's the day high series, and that's a sign of momentum as well. So I've got multiple scanners there from Benzinga, and they're telling me straight away, as soon as somebody starts to gain momentum, I can take a look at it. I can take a look at, is there a catalyst? What size stock is it? What's the float size? What is the catalyst in terms of newsworthy event? How shorted is it? What's the short interest? I can take at my fingertips with Benzinga. I can find that out within 2 seconds. So that's what I use. Good question. Go back to half, I think. Just tracking sideways at the moment. If anyone can hear that snoring, I promise you I haven't fallen asleep. That is the snoring chow chow. It's the only reason you come to this channel anyway, is to hear the snoring chow chow. We've got 23 minutes to the bell. 23 minutes till the market opens. That's when the volume comes in. That's when we'll see the big moves. In terms of gap and go candidates, not too many. $6 is the key level here. Not proving to be a key level. It's popped above it, but there you go. $6 is the key level. I'll just replicate that for a higher day, which is currently 712. So currently, Hoff Therapeutics is 2x relative volume. Normally does about 750,000 a day. Over the last 3 months, for example, it'll have done an average of 750,000 shares a day. It's already done 1.5 million. Oh, 1.6 million now. Kovacs making moves. Let's have a quick look at that. It's it's a penny stock, literal penny stock, but it does have some big history of making some big moves. Kovacs here, or Geovax Labs, put 95 cents, moved up the whole 6 cents. This is probably not worth writing home about. Yeah, that's not up to much. Not up to much either. Facebook doing nothing. Man United, kind of not really doing much either. It spiked up last night on rumours of this Qatari takeover, ready to place the bid. But could be interesting given that the Man City news and the Man United news coming out very close to each other. Whether someone trying to buy into a Premier League club now might think twice about it if Man City get found guilty of all the discrepancies. Well, Cuba, it needs to get over the VWAP for me, Kyle. Let's go back to Qubit and have a look at this. And I say Qubit, it's QBT. We did trade this on the small account just briefly, made a couple of $100. Trading it on a small account, but you've got this resistance level here at 245. That's exactly right now where the VWAP is, so that's a key level. 250, obviously psychological level, but I'll just put a nice little horizontal there. You can see that you've got resistance here, you've got support here, you've got resistance here, 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 and here. So 245 is a key level. That's just today. If I go back to the daily, so now that I put that on, how significant is it? Well, you can see on the daily, 245, 245, 245. You can see 245 is a very significant level for quantum computing. And I would encourage you to do that, guys, is look for what look like key levels, and just for confirmation, take your charts, put the markers on, put the lines on that you think are key levels for support, resistance, or whatever, and then back test it. What I mean by that is look at the higher time frame. Is it a key level on a higher time frame? Is it something that has been found to be a key level on previous days or on previous weeks or whatever it is, previous times it's moved up at this level? So if just showing on the daily there, if I look at it on the hourly, you can see that this level was key just a few days ago. So straight away, that's confirmation that that's a key level, and then you're looking for, well, you don't want to be getting in under it because there's a higher likelihood of getting rejected. So you want to wait for confirmation of a break over it. But it might come, Kyle. It had a nice little pop up this morning, and it's got a catalyst. So yeah, I mean, it's got a NASA contract, subcontract from NASA today. It's in a downtrend right now, but it's had a couple of days over the last week or so where it's moved. I mean, it went up to 340s there on Monday. Went up all the way up to 349 on Monday. So it could get back up there. It's longer term. If it's winning contracts from NASA, then of course let's see what else is moving, if anything. There's nothing at the moment, really. Okay, so EMDI halted news pending. See what happens there. It's a bit of a quiet, bit of a lull in the market right now. If you look at the momentum scanner here, you can just see from the volume, there's very little volume coming in right now. Well, let's go back to the market, shall we? I wouldn't say that, J-Spec. What you find with these garbage stocks, and I'm saying garbage stocks because that's essentially what they are, is that, yes, you might have some bag holders from last week when it went up to kind of 350, but in reality, one good catalyst can move it 150, 200%. You've seen it on a daily basis since you've been joining this this channel, J-Spec. It doesn't mean that the company is any good. Quite the opposite, in fact. It means that it can be manipulated with a good newsworthy catalyst. So one contract announcement, one FDA approval, one patent granted. These garbage stocks can move 100, 200, 3, 4, 500% intraday. We've seen that just this last week. How do you use the volume profile? So this is the volume chart down here. It's underneath the. I used to have it on the actual chart itself, and then people were kind of getting confused for the stream with regards to the volume by price and the actual volume, and they're intersecting each other. And I thought, okay, I could see what I was doing with it, but some other people were getting a bit confused. So the volume, what you're looking for volume here is confirmation. So as intraday traders, swing trading, fundamental investing, volume is not as important as intraday trading. So day trading, volume is one of the key factors that you're looking for that is essential. You want volatility and you want volume. Volatility for the range, and you want those quite sizable spikes, and you want volume to underpin it to make sure that the moves are reliable. The more volume you're getting in on a particular move or a particular breakout, the more reliable it's going to be, and the larger chance you're going to have of a continuation. If there's very low volume, you're more prone to fake outs and false breakouts. So yeah, volume profiles, that's how I use the volume profiles. I'm looking for, and again, I want to know, I've said this, I think it was yesterday, but I say it quite often, is for profitable day trading, you follow the crowds. You don't want to be finding that hidden secret gem that nobody knows about because nobody's going to trade it. You want to follow the crowds. Where is the crowd? Where is the volume today? So wherever the majority of, so ideally you want low float stock, so less than 100 million, ideally less than 10 million. So the smaller the float, the more volatile it's likely to be when it's got high volume. So you want a low float stock with good volume and you'll get big swings, you'll get high volatility, you get big swings, but you want good volume with in a trend. So you want volume that's coming in to the upside, so people buying, a lot of buying pressure as opposed to coming into the downside if you're going long, and the inverse is true. You want it to come in, people trying to sell it or short it if you're shorting it yourself and you want it to go to the downside. So that's what you're looking for, volume. You're looking for volume for continuation on breakouts, you're looking for volume for the breakouts, and you're looking for volume for, you know, to make sure that you've got a reliable move when it does. Please, kind of music volume. Okay. Volume, didn't realize the volume was that loud, but no, it's not loud. That's loud. Let me take a look at that on. Alright, okay, is that better for you, Tamimi? Well, don't be listening to what I'm saying. I'm just a fat guy on the internet with an opinion. Do your own due diligence. Check fresh? You want me to check fresh? What do you mean by check fresh? Uber sideways, Hoff kind of struggled to get back over the VWAP after the second attempt. Then at 520s. Hubert sideways. There's a potential inverse head and shoulders on that one. So let's have a quick look at that. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Excuse me. So potential shoulder, head, shoulder. So you draw the neckline there. Still looking at 245. It's still the level, but yeah, there's a potential argument for inverse head and shoulders there. If it breaks, and you've got this convergence of resistance here between the VWAP and that confirmed resistance level. So it still needs to get above that. Otherwise, it's probably just not worth the entry. What's the ticker? can take a look at fresh work, but you need to give me the ticker to take a look at it. FRSH, Freshworks. I'll take a look at it for you. Okay, so 1720. It's up 5% on the day on very low volume. 16,000 shares traded, just under 16,000 shares traded. Total 37 trades taken so far. There's nobody trading it. So Freshworks, I don't know if you're in it long term. It's not got a huge range. It's not moving very much. It's not got any volume whatsoever. So from an intraday perspective, no trade. From a longer term, it is in an upwards trend. It has been in an upwards trend since November, so it is upwards trending. It doesn't have any volatility, so it's not something I would be taking for an intraday trade. Two things that you're looking for for intraday trade, for day trading, is you're looking for volume and volatility. We were talking about volume a moment ago with the volume profiles, but volatility is just as important. You need both. If you have one without the other, it's useless. There is no trade. If you have both of them, there still might not be a trade, but at least you're closer to that the checklist. Those are the two essential ingredients for a day trade: is both volume and volatility. You want the volatility for the range, for the price spikes, and you want the volume to make sure that they are reliable. And of course, the more volume that you've got, it introduces that liquidity, and then you have narrower spreads. So if you've got very low volume, you tend to find there's less liquidity on the stock, and your spreads tend to, less liquidity there is on the stock, the wider the spreads tend to be, because you get that stir stepping of the price action. And if you've got a wide spreads, low volatility, so a larger range as well, just be careful. Cal, I'll take a look at that right now for you. Also waiting for some action in the last 5 minutes of pre-market. So Castor Maritime, not doing it. Another one that's not really doing anything. Yeah, 12,000 shares traded today. There's only been 123 trades. So it's 136. It's not doing anything at the moment. Again, this is no volume, no volatility, no movement. Not something I would look to be trading. Needs a catalyst, maybe. A bit of volume comes in, maybe it'll start moving after the bell. But right now, it's showing no signs of life. Looks to me like everything that's kind of gapped up is not sustaining. EVAX down at under 210. Hoff down under $5 now. Hubert under 240. So all the potential gap and go candidates are just not sustaining. We've seen that quite a bit over the last while. So we've got 4 minutes to the bell. Well, EVAX right now 210. It's worth keeping an eye on. Yeah, but is it going to make another move back up? It's looking very weak right now. This is EVAX. The volume's died out. Had it moved all the way up to kind of 267 is the high of day, and mark that on there. The market high. It's just it's stir stepping down, so it's looking very weak. I'm not saying it's not going to bounce at the open and make another move and get over the VWAP and go on and reach $26. Not saying that, but it's looking weak for me at the moment. Will, in fact, it's now fast approaching the levels that I would just discount it. If it's less than 15% up on the day, I don't really want to trade it. I want to see sustained momentum, and that's really the what I'm looking for. Well, I'm not saying don't trade it. I'm not saying do trade it. What I'm saying is, do your own due diligence and make up your own mind. There's a bit of a double bottom there on EVAX at 205. How far that will sustain? Maybe you'll get 10 cents out of that. The upside at the bell, I don't know. But there's not a lot of movement. So just be careful, guys. Just yesterday was extremely choppy. Very choppy day yesterday. So just be careful and wait for morning PMZ and just wait for the right setup. At some point during the day, there will be. I didn't come back to the trading desk yesterday, so where you saw me finish yesterday is where I finished the day. So like 1,600 down on the day. So we've got quite a substantial drawdown to recover, just under 30,000, I think. Across both accounts. But let's see. We're just waiting for that one. It only takes one stock. That's all it takes. Well, I've got a minute, so I'll take a quick bio break while I'm waiting. Yeah, absolutely. So sells if you're looking for those sub $2 stocks. Let's go back to that. Oh, right, the bloody life out of me. Where's the open? Oh, change the scanners over. Change the scanners over. And let's have a look at cells. There we go. This could move up. Let's just wait for something to actually make a move up. But tells $1.50. I'm not going to be trading it because it's under $2. So I don't mind on the small account, but right now I'll wait for some confirmation and I'll wait for something to start moving. Okay. Just waiting for that first move to the upside. Big Bear AI making moves to the upside. Let's have a look at Big Bear. Yeah, so we're always going to get an increase in volume. Always get an increase in volume. That first candle of the open. What you're looking for is, does it sustain, and do you get an increase in volume on that the second candle, or is it just the influx of traders coming in? Lumen crash? I've no idea, James. I've not looked at it today. Big Bear making a move up. Cubit trying to make a move up at 250. He's trying to get over that 250 level. I said it's a key level. 245, then 250. Let's see what's... Kavana had a spike up. Just looking for some high series. Do you know what? Of late, you're not wrong, SG. So it used to be that all the best moves happened in the first 60 minutes after the bell. But of late, I would say over the last 3 months, you're probably right that the best moves are kind of happening around 11 a.m. And then continuing throughout the lunchtime period. But just waiting for something to present itself as a good opportunity. Got a key level here. It's trying to get over, which is 62, 562. That's essentially the pre-market high, is 562. Struggling at 560. Normally, if you don't get your breakout straight away, cut your position. It's probably going to consolidate before you get the breakout. This one looks like it's going to coil under 560 for a few minutes before finally breaking through. And then when it breaks through, it's got the pre-market high of 562 before I would look for confirmation above that. Qubit is a gap and go. Well, let's have a look at Qubit right now, shall we? It gapped. It's not exactly going just yet. So it's at the key level. It's got above that key level. It's over the VWAP, but it needs to hold the heights. Now, the problem is you've got multiple resistance levels in a row here. So you got the you have the VWAP, you got 245 confirmed resistance level. Then you've got the $half. It needs to. It could be a gap and go. We've got the pre-market highs up here at what we're talking. 273. I'll just put that on the map. So that's the pre-market highs. So ideally, my definition of a gap and go is when it breaks pre-market highs. So you don't have to be moving up huge amounts. It has to have a gap up, significant gap up, at least 15% in my book, and then it can pull back into the open, and then it takes off and breaks pre-market highs. That's my definition of a gap and go. That's what I've been looking for. But right now, we're not. See, even with Big Bear, it's coiling under that level. we just called out. So big bear coiling under 560. I'm not seeing like a seller wall at 560. It's just struggling to get over it. Not yet, Super Chip. Not yet. Just waiting for the setup. And that's not it. Ravana making nice moves up. Waiting for an entry. Okay, big short squeeze candidate. That's Kavana. %, 86.5% short. So this could move, as we know from previous. I'm in right at the high of day. Oh, it's struggling. On the $0.25. Oiling under the $0.25. Give it the 20 cents it requires. That's the snoring chow-chow. Yeah, my tea's gone cold. How long ago was it I made that cup of tea? I didn't think it was that long ago. Uber sold off at the open, trying to bounce back. Probably will do based on those earnings. So new relic. No. It was lower volume, but now it's looking decent. Up at $79, $79.50. I have this 15. I'm giving it 24 cents. The average true range is now just over 19 cents, so it's about right. Breaks $14, it stops me out, and you know what? I'm okay with that. Take a look at Lucid in a moment. The markets are moving up quite healthily. SPY up at 414s. Can it break these highs? This is what I'm looking for now. Half off. Just put a 10-cent trailing stop in there. It's not breaking out as much as I want it. The 10 cents is too tight, I know, but look, it's a profitable trade. First trade of the day, get green to stay green. 10 cents. I should have put a 20-cent stop in, given that the ATR is there, but I wanted a profitable trade. So 22 cents on the ATR right now. There we go, it's got stop tight. So that's a quick $425. Let's have a quick look at Lucid. I'll come back to Convada in a moment. So Lucid made a move up to over, it's testing $12. Got rejected up at 12.15s. And of key level yesterday, pre-market was 12.06, 12.10, give or take. Same pre-market the day before as well. So key level here is like just over $12. You're watching Lucid. Back to Cavana. We're testing these highs. I want to get it above the $0.50. And the break of the $0.50. $0.75. There's my trailing stop right there. And just 10 cents. I'm just being ever so cautious at the minute, for whatever reason. Just feeling like I'm not getting the breakout that I really want. I'm just being cautious and managing my risk. And that's okay. Base hits, they add up at the end of the day. I've got another, there's 500 bucks on this ish. There we go. So 9.50, not a bad start. 15 minutes in. We're starting to get some volume and volatility coming in now. We're getting some high series coming through. We're getting some price spikes. Put a cushion on this now. Wait for the pullback and wait for the new entry. 85. Uber just selling off. Uber vomiting since the open. On good earnings as well. Ah, that was a bad fill. Right underneath $15. Ah, you pressed the wrong button. That's okay. I made money on it. Got me out before the pullback. Well, that's it, Delhi. That's it, Delhi. You know, that upwick on multiple time frames is a bit concerning. This needs to get back over $15 for me. We're about $13.50 on the day right now. Just taking it easy, just gentle, small entries, managing the risk. No need to be silly just yet. That last move was it's only 8 cents, but quick 8 cent scalp. Big bear moving up got over the VWAP. Big bear, we finally got over that 560. It's up at 570s right now. So it's not what I would call highly volatile, but Tesla right now is having a field day. Look at this. Tesla just screaming away. Tesla ripping. Coinbase making big moves. So Coinbase again. Look at Coinbase. Coinbase up at 73.50s, 73.40. So we've got a bit of good volatility in this one as well. So Coinbase is, yeah, the SPY, whilst it's not green yet, it is trying to move upwards. But some of these stocks are they're actually outperforming the market. ICU, crazy moves? Really? Just moved 50 cents. Now we're talking crazy moves. It's moved $1. So yeah, ICU would be C-Star Medical. 495 to the halt down, so just be careful. This looks like it might halt down. There we go. This is going to halt down. Just downwards. C-Star Medical. It halted up, gapped up, halt down, sold off. So this is, there you go. There's your halt. Was Baba moving? I thought I looked at Alibaba. All right, I see what you're saying. The 8 o'clock, the pre-market trades, algorithmic trades, I think is what you're looking at pre-market. Yeah. So this spike up and then spike down. Yeah, that's mad. And one of the reasons probably why best avoided. So yeah. No, that's not gonna. Is Cavana still making moves up? No, he's pulling back now. So we got out at the right time. So it needs to get back over 15 for me. MGAM not got the volume. Did make a move up. Probably not something. SQL yesterday went bananas. Went all the way up to 240 from like 50 cents or whatever it was. And worth keeping an eye on. 158 at the minute, testing 160. So if you like these low price stocks, this had a huge move yesterday. It looks like it's trying to have a continuation today. So keep an eye on it, guys. Soundhound. Recent IPO. Lychin China. No volume. Can't trade that. No volume. But Sequel just nice ripping. Sequel looking strong right now. It's probably the strongest. It's probably the strongest stock on the charts right now. Look at that. Nice, nice. Good luck if you're in it, guys. Big pullback. That's a big upward to overcome. There's some volatility on this. 6 cents on a sub $2 stock. That's quite a big ATR. CVS just completed an acquisition today. So CVS Health, I think it was Newgrange Health that they acquired, or New Health, or something. I think it's Newgrange Health they acquired today. So CVS moving up, very volatile opening. If you look at that, that's a rocky opening, very volatile opening, and then it started to make some consistent gains, some steady gains. So that's good. Hey Eddie, how you doing? Let's go back to Sequel. 170, 175 was a key level yesterday. Still got it marked on the chart from yesterday, so let's see what else. We're just waiting for something to present itself. Patience is the key here, guys. Patience. We're currently 1,300 up on the day, so that's pretty much what we lost yesterday. Still got a massive drawdown to recover, but well, I say massive. It's we just need to first get green on the day, stay green. Then let's look at what we can do in terms of the of the month. Can we get green on February? If we can get green on the week, then we've got the whole drawdown covered. But that's another conversation for another time. Yeah, I knew there was going to somebody say, can you check Big Boy for me, please? Yeah, BTB, choppy sideways. So right now, a little over 1 million shares traded, 2 cents in the range. It's relatively low volume with Bit Brother here. 211s, probably not really doing much. Doesn't have the volatility to interest me at the moment, that's for sure. But that's BTB. Let's have a look at Barber sold off. Whilst it had a little pop there, kind of 6:30, from 7 o'clock this morning, it just carried on selling off. So, and it's vomiting now at the open. I'm surprised at Uber though. Uber had really good earnings. If you look at this on the 5-minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. So had really good earnings. The earnings report came out. They had the conference. It moved all the way up from kind of $35 all the way up to $38. A whole $3 move. Consolidated nicely. I thought we were going to get some consistent moves up with this one because of the good earnings. And at the open, it's like everybody hates Uber. Vomit right across the board. Look at that. That's horrible. Just goes to show, guys, this is testament to what I keep saying. The market can react irrationally to good news. It can react negatively to good news, and it can react positively to bad news. So the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So don't try to second guess the market. Just trade the price action. Trying to second guess the market, trying to predict the market is just not going to go well for you. So don't try to predict it. That's why all the indicators that you use are lagging indicators. They're telling you what's happened. That's what you want to be looking for. Is you know, the lagging indicators is your best, closest thing you're going to get to an indicator for future action. The market might, whilst it doesn't necessarily repeat, it does rhyme. Geovax, I looked at that pre-market, it popped up a little bit. It didn't have good volume. And it's still not got good volume, it's just choppy sideways. So Geovax right now, like I say, it did look interesting. ICU just resumed, so let's have a look at the resumption on ICU. It resumed, sold off, straight to another halt downwards. So there we go. That's not looking great if you're a long bias trader. MSGM. Oh, that's moving nicely. Motorsport Gaming. This had a huge move up a couple of weeks ago. Well, last week I think it was, and two really good days. And I managed to get some of this last week. On short sale restrictions. Problem with this is there's no leverage, so max size I could take at the moment on this is probably 3,000 shares, 2,500 shares, maybe. Yeah, about 4,000 shares I could take. It is moving up nice. Spreads are quite rangy. 30 cents, 20, 30 cents on the spreads. Yeah, so just be careful on the spreads. If you're trading this, the range is big enough to cover the spreads. You've got 65 cents on the average, 70 cents on the ATR, but the spreads are kind of half the ATR. So just be careful if you're thinking of trading this. It is quite kind of wild, and the fact that I'm getting no leverage on that today. So when it was down at like 4 or 5, I didn't mind not having any leverage, because quite frankly you didn't need it. I had a big account, but I've withdrawn from my account since then, and no leverage means I'm not going to be able to take big size, and probably not worth the gains in terms of the risk with the spreads the way they are at the moment. That's just my opinion. If you're not feeling it, don't trade it. And GAM though, on the other hand, spreads are a lot, about 4 or 5 cents. Mind you, it's a much cheaper stock. So, oh, I remember trading TCAT a long time ago when NFTs were all the rage. Takung Art Company. This is an NFT stock. Making big moves up, 40% up on the day already. All right, there's not a lot of reliable moves. Some good moves, but they're not good. They're either not doing it on the volume, or they're lower the price, they're below my floor. There's quite a lot of low price, or there's just too much risk associated with the stock. The likes of MSGM. So I continue to wait. That's not to say that you can't get in and trade away. You do you, boo-boo. Yeah, New Relic, double tops there. So again, New Relic up at 81 is looking risky. There's even an argument for head and shoulders. But yeah, it's definitely a double top, I would say. KD, Kindle Holdings, not great volume, so probably not worth considering for a trade. Just be patient is the key. Let's have a look at the market, shall we? So what's the market's doing? It needs to get up to 415. So just over 450, 415.20 is where it needs to go green. So the market is quite choppy. I thought it was rallying, but it pulled all the way back, moved back up. So it's quite some volatile swings on the market as well. So double bottom maybe, we'll see if it gets back up over 414.25. We might see a breakout to try and get up to 414.50. 415. Give these teeth back to Miyako later. So the one that I'm not feeling it is now the top mover on the day, 35% up on the day. I'll say top mover above $2. BTB, I'll take it. I'll take a look if it's halted for you. BTB. No, it's not doing anything. Relatively speaking, doesn't have great volume. It's currently 12% up, granted. But yeah, it's average volume at the moment, so it pretty much does this level of volume every day. Just not got the volatility. That's what's missing with BTB. We're talking 3 cents on the average true range on the 1 minute chart. It's only 5 cents on the 5 minute chart. So probably good luck to you if you're trading it. Even more luck to you if you're holding bags up at like $8, $9, $10. Is it going to go up to $8, $9, $10 anytime soon? Probably not. We're pulling back from the highs on MSGM, Motorsport Gaming Group. The idea is to protect your equity position. Now I've got green. I'm going to stay green today. I've had 2 red days in a row. That doesn't sit well with me. So the first thing is getting green on the board again. That's the main priority today, is having a green day and getting back into the swing of charting green days. I don't want 3 red days in a row. That's priority number 1 for me today. Priority number 2 is then getting to goal after that. I'm prepared to wait all day if I need to. Varna. Oh, Kavana taking off. Let's wait for opportunities. And why was I not watching this? There's a nice little W formation there. High of day now, 75, so it's a $0.75 level. I can get rid of some of these and put the stocks on that are moving. 1600 super chip. I finished, I think it's 1600 down yesterday. $16.02 is the halt level. Before that halts, it looks like it's about to halt. Well, I know it's about to halt unless it's a false halt. I've just put a 20-cent trailing stop in place. So got 5,000 shares. We've got 10 cents on that at the moment. So let's see what Kavana gives us. Yeah, it's not too bad yesterday. I just wasn't feeling it right from the off yesterday. I probably shouldn't have traded at all. It was a very choppy day yesterday, very choppy market. So I probably shouldn't have traded at all yesterday. I went about 1,000 up and then went 1,000 down again. So, you know, it's one of those things. Come back to Kavana at 12 minutes past. See how that resumes. If there's anything else to look at right now. TCAT seems to be one of the main momentum stocks. It's a low price, so it's below my floor, but this is Takung Art Company. It's an NFT stock, NFT related. It's an art company, but this really hit the had some really big swings a couple of years ago when NFTs really came to the fore. Gary Vee and all those kind of guys, and the cyberpunks and all that kind of stuff. All the NFT stuff that came out. There was this one and a whole bunch of others. ChatGPT, it's IPO? Really? Not heard of ChatGPT going IPO? Let me have a look. Yeah, the company hasn't gone public yet. ChatGPT. It's an open AI product, but they are talking. So OpenAI are talking to potential investors. So it may go public in the future. It just hasn't done yet. And yeah, when that goes public, it's if that went public in the current climate, that would go absolutely nuts. Yes, I am, Jack. So simply, I'm not so much trading cautiously. I'm just making sure that I get a good. Oh, look at that. That was a massive flush. I'm just making sure that I get a green day today because I've had 2 red days in a row and that doesn't sit well with me. So I want to make sure get it back into the habit of locking in gains, and we'll see where we go with it. Kavana's halted. Yes, Kavana is halted. I'm in for right now 5,000 shares. I've got a trailing stop in place, so if it does gap down, I will get stopped out. Whether I get much slippage or not, I don't know. But if it halts up or gaps up, then we could be back in the money. And if it gaps up and continue and has a continuation, I definitely could be in the money. So we've got a 20-cent trailing stop. It's better to trade cautiously and make money than make smaller amounts than trade aggressively and have another big red day. Jack. So I had a big red day on Monday, I had a small red day yesterday, which, you know, statistically it's moving in my favor. So I just want to make sure I get green today, Jack. And what you're seeing unrealized is not real. It's not going to resume at zero. Just so you know, that's because there's no data showing any at the moment. There's no data on the levels 1 or 2 that's showing a resumption price. That's usually indicative of a longer hold, but we'll see. Yeah, it should resume anytime now. Yeah, like I said, it's usually indicative of a longer hold. So looks like it's going to be a 10-minute hold. Oh no, it has halted. Okay, so I just made an extra couple of quid. So it resumed. Very late resumption that was. Let's see. Is this going to make a continuation there? Got a cushion on it, so I can afford to take a few little risks here. I just want to get confirmation before I enter a position. So we've filled the gap, pulling back. I want to see it bounce at $16. Let's get some volatility now. 37 cents on true range. Break 16 again, so we could be interested over 16. Yeah, that's the thing. They don't tend to break down. They find the right FMV eventually, and it's usually a lot lower than what they launch at. Super chip. Yeah, that ATR is over a 1 minute period. 33 cents over on the 1 minute chart. Super. Yeah. $16.84 is the halt level. Locking in a little bit more, 2.5K in the bank. Get a break even for the rest. So 2,200 up now. Just being very cautious with my risk today. No, again with IPOs, you don't trade. Certainly don't trade the first 5-10 minutes of an IPO. You wait for some price action. The whole point of trading, day trading, is technical analysis is king. Okay, so technical analysis is king in intraday trading. So if you've got no previous price action, you can't perform technical analysis. You're just gambling. So with an IPO, you need to wait for the first, I would say, 10-15 minutes of price action to actually give you something to base your trading on, at least 10 to 15 minutes. Ideally, you want to see it, even more so. Probably an hour. You can't perform technical analysis on a vacuum. Varna is a short squeeze, is the catalyst. 86% short interest on this right now. 2K up. That's not a bad. It's not a bad day's earnings either which way. Right, it's a top momentum stock right now, so there's no point looking at anything else when this is the top stock momentum wise. Tesla breaking highs. It's been breaking highs all day. You got a lovely double bottom on the SPY. I'll come back to Kavana in a second, but just check this out, guys. If that isn't a textbook double bottom, look at that. So you've got a breakout level now of 414, or 1440, and a whole dollar potential there. Double bottom on the SPY. But we should get over 415 today on the SPY. It's looking very bullish. It's a bit choppy, but it's looking bullish. I don't even know what that means, Super Chip, but I'll agree with you. Just for, I've been married before. I know how that works. Yes, dear. $40 where it found support on that pullback, and it's what I'm looking for. That's kind of my exit. That's way below my exit, but there we go. We got stopped out. So $2,000 up to 650. I'm staying green. That's the thing. Pull back a little bit too quickly, so I should have had the stop in place beforehand, but I don't mind the pullback. I can certainly trade that back again over $16. Easy come, easy go. All right, okay, yeah, I get it. I don't know about it going bump. I don't know. I've not really looked into the financials in the same way, but it's certainly heavily shorted. Very heavily shorted. There's not a lot else moving right now, guys, so just take your time. Just be patient. Well, we saw how Revlon last summer kept spiking just before it went under. Yeah, I see. Well, I'm looking at the 2 minute as well. So I use the 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute. I look for patterns and confirmations on all of those super chip. I look for confirmation on the 60 minute and the daily as well. So yeah, you always look for, always trade. No, absolutely, J Spec. Trading is not easy. Anyone that says it is, you see all these guys with the flash penthouses and the Lamborghinis, which they've clearly rented, and they're on the yachts and trying to sell you a lifestyle, because that's exactly it. They can't trade for toffee, and that's why you don't see them trading. They're just trying to sell you a lifestyle, because that's how they make the money. So just be careful if you see somebody that's selling signals or something like that. Just be careful. Trading is not easy. Anybody that says it is, I'll help you make millions and become a millionaire by the time you're 24, they're talking crap. Day trading is not a get rich quick scheme. It's a skilled profession like any other, and it can be incredibly volatile. That's exactly it, J-Spec. They're trying to sell you a dream. So don't fall for it. It's the whole, Andrew Tate misogyny stuff. You get the young kids, teenagers that low self-esteem, that think that that's how they're going to get women and stuff, and it's appealing to the lowest demographic. Oh yeah, it's a better day today, Alistair. I'm green today, which is the main thing. So I want this back over 16 bucks. I can. A whole dollar move would be nice. 16. Even a pullback to the VWAP and a bounce up to test the highs would be nice. But that's the same with anything, Super. If you're not passionate about the markets, just stick to swing trading, or more important, or stick to value investing. If you don't enjoy trading, then it's probably not for you. You're just going to get stressed out, because it is stressful. Yesterday I've been stressed, but not just because of trade. I've got a few other things going on in my life at the moment which are impacting me, and the last couple of days I've just not been trading well. Monday was terrible, and that's because my headspace has been wrong. So you need to have the right headspace. You need to have the right motivation to sustain that headspace. Otherwise, you're just going to lose. So this is the IPO from Tuesday, I think it was. Monday's IPO. Friday. Oh, this is an IPO from... Today's Wednesday. Monday. IPO from Monday. This is Light in China. It's not doing anything. There's no volume in it. KPRX making moves, as is Qubit. Double bottom on Qubit could be worth watching. Dora Pharma trying to test highs up here at 520s. Needs more volume. Would be interesting though if it breaks that high of day. Current high of day 527. This is now, yeah, it's just not quite volatile enough for me right now. But look, we'll keep it on watch. What else am I watching? Oh, so I couldn't have got it, so I couldn't have got it more wrong. So if you go back a few minutes, I called out, look, there's a textbook double bottom, a W shape, and if it breaks above kind of 414.40, which it did, we could be on for 415. I couldn't have got it more wrong. Look at that. Now we're going to triple bottom, possibly even quadruple bottom. So that's although if you did take that with textbook trading, if you did take that, you still wouldn't have been stopped out because you put your stop below the W, so you wouldn't have been stopped out. But you're closer to being stopped out than to being in profit with that if you did. Oh yeah, she's snoring. She's snoring away here. Actually, VWAP's a lagging indicator as well, Super Chip. So it is a lagging indicator because you've got your moving averages. VWAP is a moving average, but it's weighted towards the volume per candle. So it's close. It's a bit more. It's still a lagging indicator, but it's a bit more relevant for fast action trading. It's like intraday trading. It's a great intraday trend indicator, and it's a great indicator of the direction price action's going. But so is a 5 EMA. So is a 9 EMA. It's a fast action. It is a fast action indicator. It's still lagging though. The only things that your level 2 is not a level 2 is not a lagging indicator, but it's not reliable because it can be manipulated. The level 2 showing you what future orders could have been placed that potentially could be executed. That's one that's not a lagging indicator. The price action is not lagging because you're seeing it in real time where the price is, so that's real time. And the volume's not lagging. So if you've got price action plus volume at the same time, it's close to what the VWAP is, but the VWAP is based on a series of past candles, so it is still a lagging indicator. So the only ones that really aren't lagging is your level 2, your price action, the candles where it's actually at, and the volume as well. So that's what I'd say in terms of lagging indicators. But they all serve a purpose, and you can use. I mean, let's go back to Kavana. It's pulled back quite heavily. Will the bulls take over again here? So I'm looking now at the higher time frames. I wouldn't trust this for a fake out. It was essentially what we got here. We got faked out. We got a candle made a new high. We got faked out. So now I'm looking at the higher time frames because I don't want another fake out. So realistically, I'm looking at $0.75. 1575 is. And it needs to be above the 9 and the 20 for me to consider trading Kavana to the upside again. MSGM pullbacks, trying to make another move back up. So let's have a look at that. Now that it's What are spreads like? Let's stop. Spreads are like 50 cents. Yeah, the spreads are the ATR is not covering the spreads. So spreads are as wide as 25 to 50 cents, but the ATR is 50 cents. So you're barely covering the spreads on MSGN. That's just too risky. If you've got a stock and the ATR is, if the spreads are larger than the ATR, it's just too much risk. You're gonna have to have a full candle move just to break even. Oh my goodness, what's happened with the SPY? Let's have a quick look at the news on the SPY, because the vomiting. Let's go back to the market. We'll see this. That's vomiting. What's the news? Has there been news dropped? Crude oil inventories. That's just dropping right now. That's the only thing I can see. Anybody see anything else other than crude oil inventories dropping? Bottom of the hour. Is there any other news that's causing this vomit on the market? Let me know if you're seeing something that I'm not. Let me know. Will it hit 118? No. We're talking about, you mean for it? 118? Really? 30 hours? $118. I can't see the SPY hitting 118. You do realize how far the markets would have to drop for the SPY to get to 118? I mean, I know it's tanking, I know it's selling off, but 118, I think, no chance. Yeah, well, the Qs is dropping with the SPY, so you see, the overall markets, there's a market catalyst that's dropped, and I'm not seeing it. And if somebody else is seeing it, let me know, because there's something dropping the markets right now. No, I'm not seeing anything other than crude oil inventories. Oh, and gas, crude oil and gas. All right, so crude oil came in 2.423 million versus a 2.457 estimate, so it's below estimates. Watch this bounce now, because gas. Yeah, okay. I'm not seeing anything else. And so the USO isn't tanking in the same way, so it can't be that. Yeah, it can't be. Must be something else. Let me know if you're seeing something else. Let me know. Yeah, the whole market's dropping, Daniel. The Russell's dropping. The Dow Jones Industrial He's dropping, probably not as hard as the rest, but the SPY's down, the Q's down. Let's see. If you're seeing something I'm not, let me know. Stick it in the chat. I can't have my eyes everywhere. Is there really? Let me just have a quick look at the overall news. Breaking news. Putin supplied missile that hit MH17. Right, okay. Putin supplied the missile that hit MH17. That was 2014. No? That dropped an hour ago, so that's not right. Harry and Meghan could be questioning civil claim, but that might be tanking the markets now. No, I'm not seeing anything. Breaking news. Okay, if you see something, let me know. Why is the market crashing? It's rebounding now, though. Rebounding now, rebounding nicely. Go figure. MSGM. Okay, I guess we're just waiting for that stock to spring up. I've got a good feeling today there's something going to pop up and we're going to catch it. I'm not in the UK, Zia, unfortunately, but I don't know what platform it is, so possibly I don't know about the market makers playing games. Maybe I don't know about hedge fund, but maybe McDonald's to make the fries smaller. I don't know about that. Maybe they're making the chicken nuggets out of horse meat instead. Probably what's happened is McDonald's have just announced that their burgers are not made of real meat, real beef. It's a vegan substitute. That's probably what's tanked the market. Another Chinese balloon, yeah, absolutely. Apparently, Roswell was a balloon as well. I don't know if it was Chinese or not, but apparently that was a balloon. But yeah, I'll look into Schwab, but I don't know. I don't know if I can trade with Schwab in Ireland. And what the platform is, whether they'll link with Dash Trader or not. If they are linking with Dash Trader and it's zero commissions, fantastic. But I will. There's usually a reason why it's zero commissions. Just to put this into context, if your broker is charging you zero commissions, They're getting their money some other way, usually on the spreads. In the UK, potentially payment for order flow. The rest of Europe, within the EU, payment for order flow is illegal. So it won't be payment for order flow if it's in the EU, but it could be in the UK. So they'll be routing via whichever market maker pays them more for the orders, the traffic. So there's no such thing as a free lunch. The brokers have to make the money somehow. And if you're not making money, which the majority of you aren't, I'm not trying to be condescending there, but statistics say the majority of people that are trading are not making money. If you're not making money, how is the broker making the money if they're not charging you commissions? The likelihood is that, and they will get hit by fees and charges themselves as well. So it's likely either payment for order flow or you're getting really crappy spreads. So I'll take a look at Schwab for the UK and potentially Ireland or whatever, because I know it's different regulations in Ireland than it is in the UK, or Europe than it is in the UK. So that's something that I will have to bear in mind. So nothing sustaining right now. TCAP still moving up. Nope, it's not. So having a few little spikes here and there. MSGM over 1775. This could be of interest. Over 1750. This could be of interest. That's a key level. But I don't like it because of the spreads. Currently 10 cents, but I've seen today it's already been as wide as 50 cents. So just be careful with the spreads on. If you're thinking of trading MSGM, just be wary of those spreads. The average true range is currently 52 cents on the 1 minute, and if you're basically trading the 1 minute chart, you want the average true range to be wider than the spreads themselves. So that's what I'm a little bit cautious of. Yeah, Robinhood is notorious for their order flow. In fact, Robinhood, they stopped people from buying stock to try and manipulate the market. Not a lot goes to is said about that. They send their stuff through Citadel anyway. So there's a lot of I mean, they've been investigated for a couple of years now, Robinhood, and paid regulatory fines on a regular basis, and short selling, naked short selling, and all kinds of issues. But look, they're making money. Just the retail community hates them because of how they're doing it. They're making money off regular Joe public. They call themselves Robin Hood. They're the exact opposite of Robin Hood. They're taking your money and giving it to you know, the guys over at Citadel and other market makers. Yeah, it's MSGN. MSGM. M at the beginning and at the end. It's two M's. $0.10 on the just a little worry of this, the spreads on this. They're just unreliable, very rangy, so just be careful. If you're going to trade it, be careful. Have you got the money, Super Chip? I thought you were still stuck in HKD up at the highs. If you've got the money, you need to be bankrolled to set up a brokerage. You need to have the liquidity in there. You need to have quite a deep pockets to have a brokerage, because you need to be able to cover everybody's liquidity. No, I've got a limited company, CRH. And there's different ways, different set, depending on your jurisdiction, where you are, what your agent is as well. There's a lot. Speak to a good accountant that is familiar with day trading. But what I would say is that if you're a limited company, because I've got multiple streams of income as well, so it all flows through the company, and that way I have no liabilities. The downside to that is if I pay myself a wage from that company, then I pay income tax, which income tax is the highest form of tax you're going to pay, quite simply. So the idea is don't pay income tax, pay yourself dividend tax, and put everything you can possibly through the books. So you put your utility bills through the books. You don't buy a car outright. You lease it, put it through the books. You minimize your tax liabilities as best you can. And then when you need cash, you either do one of two things. You get yourself a loan from the company set up so that you give yourself a loan. And that way you're not going to be paying tax, but then you've got to pay that back or whatever it is. Or you pay dividends. Now, if you give yourself dividends, it's a lower tax than what you would be paying if you're paying income tax, but it is still a tax. There's a whole bunch of things that need to be taken into consideration from a tax setup for trading as a business, CRH. And the best thing you can do is go and move to somewhere sunny and tax avoidance, like the Bahamas, and then you don't have to pay tax on any of your gains. So Gibraltar or Cyprus or anything like that. Yeah, but then you've got capital gains tax there as well. If you're as an individual, you end up with you got capital gains that you've got to pay off. Well, like MSGM's not over 18; it's back down to 17, and that's what I was waiting for, was the confirmation over 18. Now it's breaking the VWAP, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to knock it on the head. I need a bathroom, another bathroom break. I'm getting old. I need too many bathroom breaks. I'm going to knock it on the head. I'll continue trading. I will do a trade recap later today and post it on YouTube. So if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, get over to my YouTube channel and hit the subscription and notification bell. You'll get a notification when I drop that trade recap. I've traded, so right now where I am is that I've traded on the main account. I'm 650 green. Okay, so on the main account I am green, and then on the small account I am green on the small account, just barely $50 up on the small account. So we're green on both accounts, just about. Okay, we'll keep watching the markets, and I'll give I'll post a recap on both of those. I'll post a recap on both of those later today. Okay, so let's do it all again tomorrow, and I'll see you an hour before the market opens. I'm gonna hit the bathroom, and if you've got any questions, you can message. If you're on TikTok, you can message me directly in TikTok. Reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions. If you want to email me, my email details are in my link tree, which is in TikTok. Or if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching YouTube or Twitch or Twitter, the link to my link tree is there in the just underneath the level 2 there that you're seeing. So you go to that link, and you've got at the top of that all of my contact details from my link tree, including my email and my socials and everything else. And check out the merch store while you're there. See if you want a t-shirt or a sweatshirt or a cap or a coffee cup or whatever. And I will see you tomorrow. So take care, guys. I will see you then. Oh, if you're in the Day Trade with Tony Discord, just hit me up there. No problem. I'll be posting in the trade room, in the watch list room throughout the day. And please, you do the same, guys. Catch you later.